why the hell not? Hold on. Had to make room for some more tears. Yeah, I guess part of me knew that there would be some response. Well, hey, hold on just a second. Hey brother, I know why you're here, and you know I can't not let you watch, right? But I think that we're all better than this. So I encourage and invite you to continue to partake in this conversation, as here we seek to grow and enlarge an authentic community. So, yeah, I'm accused of using other people's likenesses, trash talking others, talking down on people who are established in the community. I've been accused of having a small channel, of not having any content of my own, having no skill, and being a troll. And man, by now the list is probably pretty dadgum large of all the things that I stand accused of. So I guess I am guilty of using other folks' likenesses, of generating a title and a thumbnail that I believed may draw people into this conversation that I wanted to have. You know, I admit that this short mini-series is a little unorthodox for certainly my channel, as well as maybe even an outdoor community at large. I think it's a far stretch to say that I'd be guilty of a copyright infringement. But more importantly, I think I stand guilty of many of the same things that I shared in the video, right? And this is all part of the very first principle of leadership that I learned in the Marine Corps back in 1995, and that's you need to know yourself and seek self-improvement. I'm humbly aware of some of my shortfallings and my failures and things that I need to get out and improve on. And one of those things, of course, is to be aware of the second and third order effect of what I present here on the channel, especially as I'm moving out through some pretty deep and thick woods, away from any sort of support. I'm keenly aware of it when I present products and I look at my own products that I'm using. And I'm looking at all of the skills that we're talking about using, right? There's a lot of impacts that there, and I know for me, I can only speak for myself, but I want to continue to do better in the content that I try to create, the handles on the skills that I try to put on, the message that I share, so that it does only one thing, and that is to build and enlarge and grow a conversation, one where I improve on, and hopefully bring some valuable content for you all. Maybe. Well, yes. So there's a particular clip in my backpacking video, and I'm talking about all of the expensive Gucci gear that's out there. And I wish, to be honest with you, that instead of having anything overlaid with Dan Becker, who's an outstanding dude, who would be the first one to tell you to go out and borrow somebody else's gear and to use the gear that you have now. You know, what I should have done, looking back on it, is maybe go into like an REI, where all of this crap is sold. And of course, this is not indicative of only the backpacking community. We could talk about the hunting community, talk about the fishing community, and all of the second mortgages that some of these folks are trying to out there, whether it's intentional or unintentional, of getting us to go out and partake of. Like, again, man, you don't have to go in debt. So I guess you could say that was a thing that I could have done a whole lot gooder. So 3 videos in this series, 3 distinct messages for sure. 1, what you see is not easy, and we all, that's myself included, need to get out and work on mastering our craft. Do it now before you need it then. I don't care if you're working in the great outdoors. I don't care if you're working in your backyard, your apartment, porch, a parking lot, at work. Get out and do some more stuff, man. The next one is you don't have to go in debt, right? And start using the gear that you have and being creative and learn some field expedient ways and methods of doing some of these tradecraft type items. And of course, the third one is to work on most likely cases and situations now. Creators, Riggs is just absolutely going nuts behind us. The intent was not to downplay any of the hard work of any of these creators, and they all do hard work, whether we like their material or whether we don't. We need more content creators, and that's why even in the bushcraft video, on that pinned post, there is a list of people who are out there doing bushcraft that probably most people have never heard of. Most of the ones, and they were all shared by you, and a lot of them I had not heard of or been aware of. So it's been awesome for me to be able to go out and see what some of these guys are out there doing. Well, why the hell not? But hold on. Had to make room for some more tears. Right, so as you may be aware, a large mainstream media celebrity content creator, CC, right, content creator, decided he wanted to respond to one of my videos and offer some of his own thoughts and words about who I am as a person, as well as the content that we have on the channel here. Clearly not happy with what he saw in the video, as well as on my channel at large. Suggested that I'm not good at what I do. Suggested that my content sucks, that I kind of suck, and that's why my channel is small. Now, in turn, a good bit of his fans swarmed my channel and like a pack of hyenas and regurgitated, sometimes verbatim, exactly what this content creator had to say. Now, I welcome everybody to come on. You know, I don't delete comments. I try, in fact, to do everything that I could with the time that I have to reply to each and every single one of these folks. Now, again, you know, I don't know this content creator personally. I made that publicly aware in that particular video. I certainly mean him no harm. In fact, in that video, I tried to give him praise for getting out there and really putting in a lot of sweat equity into what he's doing on his own channel. And if that rubs folks the wrong way, like, I'm not going to say it's completely outside of my control, but I can't say things in such a way that is going to please each and every single person, if that makes sense. I hope you understand that. One day I may have the opportunity to teach affordable classes for people to attend, but right now I am super happy to be able to get out and volunteer my time with local community groups, organizations, and those nonprofits here in my area who are trying to empower our local community. Now, I don't want to speak for this other channel's huge subscriber count and the folks that he has over there following him, but the one thing that I can say about this channel is that the audience is diverse, they're caring, they're genuine, and they are passionate about helping one another out. In fact, you could say that they are humble AF. See what I just did there? In fact, I'd tell you that I surround myself with those who are humble and genuine and hoping to help and build one another up, not tearing each other down. It's a crazy thing, man, that where my channel is at now is only in part due to myself. In fact, I would submit to you that it is the folks who've joined in on this journey to master our craft and develop our tactical virtue. I am certainly by no means this large, gargantuan giant who's out there. I'm just a small, humble crayon eater. Just a little dude with 5 stones in his pocket. But if you want to compare yourself to me, you can do that and I can't stop you. But I would submit to you that ultimately, all it's going to lead to is self-destruction. If one day you want to sit down and share a beer, talk about all the things that we may have in common, our military service, we can talk about our training, our experience, our deployments, and all of the things that we have in common, as opposed to all of the things that you believe that separate us. I'm all for building community, talking about our vision here on YouTube in this platform and how we can reach more people. Let's do it, man. Just say the word, unless I'm just too small, insignificant in your eyes. And you're right, man, there is no arguing that the folks featured in that video are outstanding in their craft, and odds are so much more. As I mentioned, I have no doubt about their skills, about their knowledge and their experience, and that counts you in that as well. And so I wish you all the best. I wish more people get notified, and I hope that you stay stoked. Whose Kool-Aid are we drinking, and are we even aware that we are drinking Kool-Aid? Right now, the only thing that Riggs wants is some dadgum stick time. Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, I'm much more inclined to think about the human dimension in all things. Like, what makes us tick, right? What do we think success is? For many people, success is tens and millions of dollars, right? Well, as far as I can remember, every time I go to the grocery store, right next to the aisle when I'm checking out are all of these magazines of all of these rich and famous people who have made it and they have failed and are suffering. I think success is something much more than subscriber count. It's much more than cash or the bottom line. And even Riggs thinks that it's much more than a stick, even though that's all he wants right now. And this big stick is the one that I've been throwing, man. This thing is huge. Do we only love those who love us? Man, friends, anybody can do that. Take something different to not degrade another who may not say things the same way that we're saying them, who may see things a little bit different. The only thing people are doing is trying to divide us. I believe that there is much more in common that unites us. So are we hypocritical in our judgments? When we point a finger at somebody, are we realizing that there are three pointing back at us? What are our failings? What are the things that we need to improve on? And if I go onto somebody else's channel after drinking some Kool-Aid, and I tell that creator that they are a troll, what am I actually doing? Being a troll. Like, how crazy is this? I don't know, team. I think there's so many ins and outs in this thing called life that as much as I love coming out and working on my field craft, what I'm really more interested in is mastering the internal craft of being a human, of being a husband, of being a father, a son, a grandparent, a member of a community. And I know that I need a lot of grace and a lot of help and a lot of work to keep going there. And I'm thankful for my faith in something that is so much bigger than all of us, to help try to keep me grounded, to help me to love those that others may despise, and reach a hand out, knowing that when I do that, that ultimately it is myself that is being saved in that process. Team, I appreciate all you all. You stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.